Welcome to the CV Confidence Coach podcast with your host Liz Maguire, where she helps you to learn the secret of an interview-winning CV. Liz shows you how to deliver a compelling CV which increases career confidence, optimises your professional visibility and opens interview doors. Tune in weekly as she shares proven and simple strategies to help you craft your interview-winning CV. Make sure you head over to www.giraffecvs.co.uk to subscribe for our free newsletter with more CV writing and career tips.
Thanks for tuning in once again. Today I'm going to talk about what to do when you just don't know where to start with writing your CV, and talk about 9 untapped information sources that are going to give you some great content to make a start on your CV and create something absolutely wonderful that is going to win you an interview. So when you start writing your CV, sometimes the hardest thing of all can be knowing where to start, and you can be sitting there with a pen and paper or staring at a blank Word document for eternity, and your mind can be completely devoid of any ideas that will turn your shiny white paper or backdrop into what you need it to be, which is a compelling interview-winning CV that captures your credentials and your capabilities and persuades a potential employer of your employability. Does this sound familiar? Well, don't worry. If you're hitting a mental block with your CV writing, we've got some help for you today, and I'm going to share some helpful and potentially overlooked sources of information that can really kickstart your CV content creation, and hopefully they will set you on the right track to write a full and compelling CV in no time at all. Okay, let's get started. So what are these untapped information sources? The first thing I want to talk about is your original job advert. Now, if you were diligent and well organised in your last job search, you may well have saved the original job advert for your current role. This is the notice that will have originally caught your attention and inspired you to apply for your job. And the advert should outline the key aspects of your current role, or at least represent the role as it was perceived at that point in time when it was advertised. So it's a great source of information. But if your own job advert has gone AWOL, or you just can't find it, then perhaps a similar role has been advertised since then. Dig it out. It may well provide some great inspiration for your CV. The second untapped source of information is your job description and person specification. Along the same lines as number 1, you might also be able to lay your hands on the original job description and person spec that formed part of your original application materials. These documents are fantastic to work with. They'll give you a framework that you can use and build your CV content around. If you've been in your role a while, or it's evolved quickly, then you might even have been issued with a revised version of your job description and person specification. So again, take a look and dig those out. They will help you with your CV. The third source of information for your CV is your annual appraisal. Now, your appraisal should contain specific and quantified data on your contribution, your performance in your role, and the achievements you've delivered. So dig it out, read these valuable nuggets, and then rework them to create some compelling content for your CV. Number 4, case studies and project descriptions. So your company may actually have produced some client and public facing write-ups of their work, which may be found on their website or in offline marketing materials, perhaps even in proposals to prospective clients. And if you read these, you can really find some golden CV content, because if your company's proud of it and you've had a hand in it, then there's just cause for featuring it on your CV. Number 5, your company bio. Perhaps you have a company bio produced for the company website, for the annual report, marketing brochure or similar. Revisit these and find out how your company has presented you. There may be some forgotten facts or a new angle that you hadn't thought of that can really help to shape your CV. Number 6, how about your company's annual report? If your organisation produces an annual report, then this should capture the cut and thrust of its priorities and activities over the past year. So reading through it will remind you of the bigger picture and your specific contribution to the bigger picture. Perhaps you can reflect some of this on your CV. Number 7, your performance targets. If your current performance is graded against defined targets, then these targets can be useful on your CV. Whether they're personal, whether they relate to your team, department or company as a whole, your attainment of them makes them interesting reading. Number 8, your predecessor's profile. Now, this is a slightly contentious one. I'm not for a second suggesting that you should plagiarise someone else's CV content. This is purely to give you some ideas. You can spark ideas by reading the LinkedIn profile of the person who did your role before and have a think about what aspects of the role have they chosen to feature, what are the important elements from their perspective, and what results do they proudly showcase. And then you can think about how you've taken their work forward, how the role has evolved since they were in it, and what have you done differently. It will just help you to start thinking about what the role really involves and the impact you have made. So it's a good thing to do. Number 9, industry associations. So as the final one on my list, industry associations can be an untapped source of information and they can provide a really useful starting point when writing your CV because many outline typical jobs, tasks, responsibilities connected with your specific line of work, and this can provide a useful checklist and you can use this to benchmark your role and to have a think about what's really going to be important to present on your CV. Okay, there you go. 9 untapped information sources that can really help you to get your CV content rolling. So, as I said, these information sources are just intended to spark ideas that you can then lovingly nurture and shape into engaging CV content. And you can pepper them with tangible achievements and real results to make them personalised to you. So don't be tempted to transfer any dull descriptions of tasks and responsibilities onto your CV, but just use them to provoke thought, work with them, weave in your personal achievement and polish them to create an inspiring representation of your skills and achievements. This will really help you to create an interview-winning CV. Okay, I hope that's helped. Thanks for listening. Tune in again next week. Bye for now.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the CV Confidence Coach podcast. If you did, please do leave a review and subscribe here in iTunes to make sure you don't miss the next show. Head on over to www.giraffecvs.co.uk to subscribe for our free newsletter for more CV writing and career tips.